And it's an all-out attack by President Joe Biden on Iran, saying that Iran is backing Russia even in Ukraine, and that Iran has been supporting the Hamas terror group and other terror groups in the region, and that the US shall continue to hold them accountable. So an all-out attack that's now coming in from President Joe Biden's statement that he'd issued a short while ago, saying that the US would continue to hold Iran accountable, further adding that Iran is not just backing the Hamas group when it comes to the Israel conflict, but also backing Russia in its war against Ukraine. Listen into that statement that's coming from US President Joe Biden. All right, we'll just put out that full soundbite of President Joe Biden. Note that this comes in the backdrop of the raging Israel-Hamas war. Biden saying that Iran has been supporting the Hamas terror group and other terror groups in the region. Not just that, he further says that Iran has been backing Russia in its war against Ukraine. He further goes on to say that both Hamas as well as Putin share a lot in common, which further adding that innocent Palestinians are being used as shields by the Hamas group, and that both want to annihilate neighboring democracy. Listen into that soundbite.
Israel, we must make sure that they have what they need to protect their people today and always. The security package I'm sending to Congress and asking Congress to do is an unprecedented commitment to Israel's security that will sharpen Israel's qualitative military edge, which we've committed to, the qualitative military edge. We're going to make sure Iron Dome continues to guard the skies over Israel. We're going to make sure other hostile actors in the region know that Israel is stronger than ever and prevent this conflict from spreading. Look, at the same time, President Netanyahu and I discussed again yesterday the critical need for Israel to operate by the laws of war. That means protecting civilians in combat as best as they can. The people of Gaza urgently need food, water, and medicine. Yesterday, in discussions with the leaders of Israel and Egypt, I secured an agreement for the first shipment of humanitarian assistance from the United Nations to Palestinian civilians in Gaza. If Hamas does not divert or steal these shipments, we're going to provide an opening for sustained delivery of life-saving humanitarian assistance for the Palestinians. As I said in Israel, as hard as it is, we cannot give up on peace. We cannot give up on a two-state solution.
Meanwhile, Biden also went on to compare Hamas to Russian President Vladimir Putin, saying that both Hamas and Putin share a lot in common and that both want to annihilate neighboring democracy. Listen into that statement of President Biden.
Humanity of innocent Palestinians who only want to live in peace and have an opportunity. You know, the assault on Israel echoes nearly 20 months of war, tragedy, and brutality inflicted on the people of Ukraine, people that were very badly hurt since Putin launched his all-out invasion. We've not forgotten the mass graves, the bodies found bearing signs of torture, rape used as a weapon by the Russians, and thousands of Ukrainian children forcibly taken into Russia, stolen from their parents. It's sick. Hamas and Putin represent different threats, but they share this in common. They both want to completely annihilate a neighboring democracy, completely annihilate it. Hamas' stated purpose for existing is the destruction of the state of Israel and the murder of Jewish people. Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people. Hamas uses Palestinian civilians as human shields, and innocent Palestinian families are suffering greatly because of them. Meanwhile, Putin denies Ukraine has or ever had real statehood. He claims the Soviet Union created Ukraine. And just 2 weeks ago, he told the world that if the United States and our allies withdraw, and if the United States withdraw, our allies will as well, military support for Ukraine would have, quote, a week left to live, but we're not withdrawing. I know these conflicts can seem far away, and it's natural to ask, why does this matter to America? So let me share with you why making sure Israel and Ukraine succeed is vital for America's national security.